about the qualities that Scott brings? I mean, obviously you're used to him because he's an assistant here, but what does he bring as a head coach, do you think?
Yeah, I was fortunate to have Scotty as my assistant coach back on the island my first year there, so known him for a long time. I think he brings obviously a great knowledge of the game. He's been in the game of hockey for a long time, and much like Carbs, Scotty brings that intensity every single day, demands a work ethic, demands the best out of his players, but in saying that also has a great respect for everyone. I think in turn that makes you have even more respect for him. So he definitely knows his stuff, and he's one of the, if not the hardest workers I've ever seen in the game of hockey. So it's we're very fortunate to have him as our head coach.
It doesn't sound like there'll be much of an adjustment here, because you said he possesses a lot of the same qualities that Carbs possessed. Is there anything different about him that maybe Carbs didn't possess?
I think all our coaches last year, with Wellesley, Westy, our goalie coaches as well, they all have that work ethic where they're always finding ways to try and make this team better, whether it's off the ice or on the ice, little things to make things run smoothly. So we'll see. I think everyone obviously brings their own element to coaching and to playing. So I'm sure we'll find out different things Scotty does as a head coach, but I expect nothing but the best from him.
Why'd you come back, Matt?
Because I love Hershey. I love to win, and I love Hershey. I think that's a big thing, and I love the game of hockey still. So, just the people and the organization, the support we get in the community, it makes it a fun place to play. And obviously, the guys in the room, staff and players, it's just a great group. And I think over the last 2 years, we just it just feels like we have a lot of unfinished business. So hopefully we can get a chance to finish that this year.
How close is this team to winning a Calder Cup? It felt like the last 2 seasons it could have happened if that's how the seasons would have ended. How close do you think you guys are with the guys you brought in?
That's a pretty tough question because I think every year is different. You go through different challenges, different struggles throughout the year. So time will tell. I think they've done a great job putting the right guys in the right places. But like I said, there's been a lot of talented teams that haven't done well. So I think we approach this season as a new season, a new team. Even if there's only a few different faces, it's still new. So I'm sure we'll go through our challenges and different things we need to work on. But we definitely have a great group to do something special here.
Matt, where does training camp rank on your fun things to do? What was your emotions like as you training camp?
I think it's mixed emotions. You always have, I don't know what year this is for me, but you always have those nerves going into the first day. I sure as heck had them today. So it's always tough, especially here. I think we take great pride in how we work. So it's going to be a tough camp. With limited numbers especially, but it's fun to get back in the room, get back joking around with guys. So that's see some faces that didn't get to see. Got to see Bobby Nardell after a year. That was it was great to see him, and obviously guys you don't see over the summer. It's just for me it's just fun. I think I had a big smile on getting to see everyone.
I was talking to Coach about the differences maybe through the years. You've seen a lot of different kinds of training camps. Some sports have ramped back. Maybe the hitting, the conditioning, that part of it. You guys are trying to get ready for the old schedule, 3 games, 3 days, hopefully lasting all the way to June. So talk about that approach as a coach and as a team to be conditioned, ready to go right from the beginning, but also be ready for the long haul.
Yeah, I know it's a shortened season last year, but the previous year, just with how our staff approaches practices and how hard we work, especially in the beginning of the year when you're a little bit fresher, and how we work in the weight room. I think Wags does a tremendous job making sure that we're getting our off-ice workouts in and making sure our bodies are ready to go on the ice. So I think that's something that, at the end of the year meetings, I don't really have anything for them in terms of making anything better, because it seems like at the end of the year we're always in great shape. So they're definitely doing it right.
How important is it to have something to play for this year beyond just the end of the regular season?
Yeah, obviously you want a trophy, but I think still waiting to hoist the Kilpatrick Trophy. But I think that's definitely something special. I think it's we didn't really approach it too differently last year. We wanted to win every single game and finish as high as we could. But it's more. I think in the end, it's more the journey. The journey towards that is not so much winning the trophy, but the journey that you go on with your team and with your teammates, with everyone involved with the organization. That's the fun thing, and that's what you learn from, not really the end result in the end.
Cool.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, back at training camp, back to hopefully a normal season. What are the emotions like just getting to kick off back to hockey, kick off a new season?
I think just a lot of excitement. First year for us after last year where things are back to normal and the guys can kind of hang out away from the rink and at the rink, and we're not all separated, so it's nice to get back with the guys and be able to hang out and get out there today for the first practice and have some fun.
This is your third season?
Third season, yeah.
So you haven't had a normal year here?
My first year was normal, and then last year was the COVID season, but
Yeah, well, I guess it ended early, right?
yeah, first season was short, but yeah.
So for you to be able to have the opportunity, hopefully, to play a whole season here, how close do you think this group has been, and do you feel like that's the goal, is to get back to the level you were playing the last 2 years and hopefully make a run in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we've had two really good teams, and it's been unfortunate that both seasons we were unable to have a postseason run and see what we could do as a group. So I think going into this season, a lot of familiar faces in the room and pretty much the same group of guys. So we're just excited to have a great regular season and then make a good push in the playoffs.
A new head coach, though. How's Scott Allen as head coach?
Scotty's been great so far. Obviously, Scotty's also been here the past 2 seasons, and not much has changed. So it's great to see Scotty behind the bench, but we're still feels the same as it did.
What do you learn from veterans like Matt about training camp? I mean, being such a young guy, I mean, and what have you learned just as you approach training camps? Did it affect what you did in the off-season, Kody, to be ready for a day like today, or do you know, hey, look, I really need to give my body rest and then get rolling into it as the season goes on? How much have you progressed in that regard, I guess?
Yeah, I think you can learn a lot from the guys like Moles, Franz, Mac, just how to take care of the body away from the rink and getting ready for the practices and whatnot. But yeah, you just watch those 3 guys, and they're always giving you little pointers, and they kind of just lead by example. So if you just focus on them and try to pick up little things that they do to keep their bodies in shape and ready to go, I feel like you can learn a lot.
I asked Matt, rank training camp on your list of fun things to do. I mean, I know it's pretty tough. You guys are doing the sprints at the end, but you don't have as much, behind you as many training camps. So where is it at in a young player's life, when you're approaching training camp?
I think for me and a lot of the young guys, training camp's still pretty fun, right? You haven't seen the guys all summer, so a lot of us kind of go without texting too much in the summer too. We all kind of go away and have our own life. So when we go to Washington and then come back to Hershey and see the guys again, I think it's just a lot of fun seeing the guys and competing and kind of being out there again with the guys.
2 weeks enough to get ready for the season? I mean, pretty soon you guys are going to be dropping the puck already in less than 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks is plenty of time for us. I think guys come in pretty good shape now, so it's just about getting the legs under you and getting a couple of the systems down, and then we'll be ready to go.
I know it's super early, but have you guys talked about goals for this team or what you guys want to accomplish, at least in the first couple of weeks?
No, we haven't touched any of that. Just trying to get through camp right now and have fun right now.
Archie, it seems like you're taking your game to the next level. Last season, unfortunately, you got hurt and missed the bulk of the second half of the year. What did you like from your game from year 1 to year 2, and what have the Caps class told you to continue growing on here in your 3rd professional season?
Yeah, I think last year was a big step for me. I think I simplified my game a little bit, used my speed more, and started being more physical. So I think more of the same this year, just really focused on using my legs and out-skating teams and trying to become even more physical and really make that a focus for me night in, night out.
Anybody else?
Good, man.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.